Hi, everyone. I'm Natalie Lilico. Welcome back to the Role Model Mentoring video series. This is video number 6, based on chapter 7 in my book, The Navigation Tools. Be sure to stay with me all the way to the end because I'm going to walk you through how you engage with these tools in your life starting today. I call this chapter Don't Leave Home Without These because these tools aren't optional. These tools are essential for role models to move through life with more ease, more clarity, and far less emotional turbulence. Before we get into the 3 big ones, I want you to hear this clearly. These tools are already a part of you. They're embedded in your design. In the book, I use the metaphor software. Every profile has a unique operating system. Some features we love and some require a little debugging. But the programming is already there. So you're not trying to become something new. You're learning how to access and practice and strengthen what's already built into your design. After more than 30 years in personal and professional development, I can tell you this: there is no finish line. These traits, these navigation tools mature as you mature. They grow as you grow. And they will support you through every major transition. And role models, we have a lot of them. All right, let's get into the navigation tools every role model needs. Our first one, interpersonal communication, is one of the most critical role model skills, and here's why. As a role model, you are here to live authentically. You're here to live outside the rules, outside the expectations. Your embedded intention is to live in alignment with your inner authority. That means there will be times, many times, when you have to deliver a message that you know in advance the other person does not want to hear, because it might disappoint them. It might confuse them. It might challenge their vision of who they think you should be. And in these moments, your communication skills need to be grounded, calm, clean, and concise. When your communication is clean and concise, you're able to hold your alignment without collapsing into other people's emotions, pressures, or reactions. Using concise communication skills builds confidence because you learn to trust yourself and you learn that you can speak your truth without needing permission. A perfect example is when you're guided towards a major life or career decision. Let's say you decide to leave the family business or completely change your career because your inner authority knows in its deepest knowing that it is time to move on. Most people won't understand that. Some may get upset or challenge your decision. Some may try to interfere or sabotage your progress. A role model's communication might sound like, "This is what is correct for me. I'm following my authority. I need to honor this." No fighting, no defending, no long explanations, just clarity and maturity. Developing this level of communication takes intention. Most role models benefit from taking classes or working with a guide who helps them express their truth clearly. When you master this, your whole life becomes easier. Our second navigation tool is common sense. Common sense is one of the most underrated but most powerful role model trait. Role models inherently see beyond the present moment. They naturally recognize patterns. They are adaptable and they learn towards change and mutation. And they can sense what's sustainable and what's not. Common sense is not something you learn, it's something built into your software. But here's the key, looping back to video number 4 on trust. You have to trust your observation and lived experiences, especially when the people around you are following herd mentality, making decisions because everyone else is doing it, or because a collective fear or a trend is moving through the group. Common sense is not judgment. It's not superiority. And it's not dismissing others. It's simply the embodied knowing. The role model thought process might sound like this. I understand what's happening here. Even if I don't agree, I don't have to join in. When you trust your observation and lived experiences, you don't have to argue. You don't have to run away. You don't have to be the voice of reason. You know what you know. You trust your grounded clarity. You guide yourself accordingly. Imagine you're in a group conversation where everyone is swept up in the latest thing, the newest trend or worry or rule or belief. And your common sense says, this isn't correct for me. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to convince anyone. You don't have to isolate yourself. Common sense gives you confidence to be true to yourself. This is the role model's way. Compassion without agreement. Connection without abandoning yourself. Common sense is your stabilizer. It keeps you out of drama and rooted in truth. Moving on to navigation tools 3 and 4, patience and humor. These two belong together because they are the emotional life support system for role models. Let's start with patience. Role models are most often the late bloomers. You mature over time. Your wisdom grows through lived experiences, not through rushing, forcing, or proving. Unless your parents raised you based on your human design chart, which is pretty rare, you likely grew up feeling pressured to get with the program. But here's the truth. You're not here to follow the program. Role models are here to evolve the program. Rumi understood the role model's journey and the essence of patience. He said, what is planted in each person's soul will sprout. Role models must surrender to and cultivate the essence of patience. Patience for your own unfolding, your own timeline, your own breakthroughs, your own healing, your own maturation. From a much bigger perspective, humanity needs patience to usher in our incoming global cycle shift. Role models are the custodians of our shared future for a better world. This form of evolution, my friends, has a unique timing beyond our logic. Our final tool is humor. Human design humor is the best because it allows us to laugh at our conditioning we still fall into, even when we know better. I have 6 open centers in my design, and I've had a lot of practice with humor. For example, I have an open throat center. I know exactly what it looks like when I try to get attention. I can feel and see the reaction from others immediately when I fall into that behavior. And when this happens, I can either shame myself or laugh. And I choose to laugh. As Ra might say, this is one of those no choice situations. One of my human design mentors was Randy, or J.R. Richmond. He was a 6'3" projector. JR had the most distinct sense of human design humor. He helped me see the folly, not just with my own conditioning, but when role models try to fit in with collective rules, or when they shied away from prioritizing their needs, or when they get weighed down by the seriousness of life. JR said, you can't escape or run fast enough from the collective program, so you might as well make fun of it. Humor softens the edges. It keeps us human. It keeps us approachable. Humor can help role models bounce back when they drift out of alignment. So why do patience and humor matter? Patience gives you space to grow. Humor gives you lightness while you grow. Together, they support your evolution as a role model. Because at the end of the day, as JR said, role models are really here for one thing: to live their truth. And if you're a seeker, you'll find it. You don't have to follow the rules. You're here to rewrite them. Let's review the 3 navigation tools from Chapter 7, Don't Leave Home Without These. Interpersonal communication skills, common sense, patience, and a sense of humor. To help you to embody these tools in your own life, here are a few questions for you to reflect on. Where in your life are you being asked to speak a truth you've been avoiding? And what would shift if you communicated it calmly and cleanly? Number 2, in what situation are you overriding your own common sense to fit in? And what would open up if you trusted what you actually see and know? Number 3, where could a little more patience or a little more humor soften the pressure you're carrying right now? Let yourself feel which question lights up. That's the one your inner knowing is pointing you toward. Role models, you're not responsible for the whole world, just for living your design. And that alone ripples farther than you can imagine. If this video supported you today, I invite you to subscribe or leave a comment. I love hearing what's unfolding for you.